everyone. So today I wanted to talk about easy ways to adapt a healthy lifestyle. So when I say healthy lifestyle, what does it mean? It shouldn't be a diet. It shouldn't be a burden on you. It shouldn't be an add-on. It is not a crash diet. It should be incorporated in your life. It should be a part of your life. So I'll just share my experience, what I think is the easiest way, because that's what you should do. You should look at the easier option. It shouldn't be stressful. It shouldn't give you stress. It should give you positivity and happiness. So one thing you should look at is, in case you're suffering with a medical condition like PCOS or thyroid, or in general, if your metabolism is slow, you should look at options where the food is easier to digest. So when your food is digesting, freely, it will absorb well in your body and the system and the cycle works better. So that's what you should look at. So people, suffering with slow metabolism in general, or thyroid or PCO, you should really look at avoiding carbs for sure, because these will become like stubborn fat in your body. So you should really, no carb, low fat, or you say, no fat, low carb diet will be the best option. So wherein, simple, what you need to do is, for breakfast, you have a lot of, fiber breakfast. And then if you're going for a walk or a run, I would highly recommend start with a 20 minutes. And remember, your body only start to burn after 20 minutes. Until 20 minutes, it's just warming up. So if you are a non-runner or a beginner, definitely start with a run, with a 20 minutes walk, and then slowly increase your speed and distance. So if you are, average runner, like if you do like 5 to 6 kilometers in a day, every day is fine. But if you are doing long distances, more than that, like 9, 10, so even 3 days a week is enough. So, but definitely, focus on increasing your speed, because that will tone your overall body. So breakfast is done. Then for lunch, you have lots of sauteed vegetables. That's what you have, lot of sauteed vegetables in ghee or any light oil. You can mix whatever you want, but only veggies. If you are craving, sometimes brown or lentil pasta is fine, or brown rice is fine occasionally, but try to avoid your carbs. And then between lunch and dinner, again you have green smoothies are great source of nutrition. It has minerals, vitamins, you get water, so it gives you hydration. You will see the effect in your skin, hair, and even in your diet, because it is in a liquid form. Remember, when you are chewing your food, all that you have chewed well is converted into energy, but the food that you don't chew well is stored as fat. So that's why I think green smoothies are a great source. You can add chia seeds, beetroot, fruit, whatever you want. Just definitely remember to control the natural sugar intake as well. But in good balance, it is a good idea to have a green smoothies 1 or 2 times a day. Then again, for dinner time, it's highly recommended to have just a soup or a dal, lentil, with veggies. So you can make it as you want it, but just in liquid form, so your food is digested well. So that is the idea. So there is no limitation as to how many times or how much you should be eating, but you should concentrate on what to avoid. I always say, instead of looking at what to eat, you should look at what not to eat. Then life becomes much easier. I think that's the great way, easier way, and that's my experience, that you should really look at what to avoid. You should have a good balance in your life. It is very important to have a nice balance. Just not think about losing weight, but to look at having a nice balance in your life. So that was about, low carb or no carb, low fat, no fat diet, according to what I did. So definitely running, walking, and you should definitely also include some form of cardio at least 3 times a week. It will also tone your body while you are losing weight. My personal experience is using weight while exercising gives you much more effect than doing it without weight. So in general, planks, push-ups, squats, star jumps, all these really work. You don't have to do them every day, just 3 days a week is enough. So that was about a routine how you can easily follow with a no fat, low carb diet. Just concentrate on what to avoid and just pick the healthier option. And once you reach your target, it's not that you have to just forget everything else for the rest of your life. You can just have a weekend for your relaxed weekend and have whatever you want. So let's talk about intermittent fasting my way. As I always say, look at the easier option. It shouldn't be stressful for you. So for me, it's just early dinners. It's not even fasting because I just finish early dinners. That's how my brain works. So again, some people go with the theory that it's fasting for 14 to 16 hours. So you fast from night till day. I've heard people doing that, or you fast from evening till early morning. But for me, having this natural or breaking the natural rhythm is not going to work for long. So just carry on your day as a normal day, but just end it early. That's what I recommend. So in this case as well, if you avoid carbs as much as possible, you will get results faster, of course. There is no hard and fast rule in intermittent fasting to avoid carbs, but you should really avoid junk, fried, full fat milk, red meat. If you have deficiency or you are recommended by your physician, that's a different thing. In general anyway, in whatever I'm saying, if you have a condition, you should always check and then do it. But this is just a general information according to my experience. So you have your breakfast, whatever you want. If you're having boiled egg, avoid egg yolk, avoid deep fried stuff, avoid white rice, white flour. So if you are having a breakfast with beans or eggs or muesli, oats, whatever you want, but just avoid all the unhealthy carbs and fat. Okay, and then again, if you are doing a run, goes the same way as I have explained earlier. For lunch, I would recommend anything you have, but have with a lot of fiber and protein rather than carbs and fat. So again, you have lots of veggies. You can have chicken, fish. You can, if you are having a roti, so you replace it with like wholemeal or bajra or ragi, something like that. And then again, between lunch and dinner, you have one green smoothie. For dinner, you can just again have whatever you had for lunch, similar thing, but you finish your last meal by 5:30. Approximately, here and there is okay, but then that's what I would suggest if I have to choose a time. But definitely check with your physician what works for you best, but you finish by 5:30. So when you finish your dinner by 5:30, what will happen is your body has enough time to digest what you ate. Even if you are not doing any sort of workout, still until you go to bed, your food will be digested completely. So it is very important to go, according to me, with a light body and light stomach, and you feel so much better. And then I really recommend this fat burning drink. So it's all whole spices, cinnamon, cardamom, big cardamom, bay leaves, cumin you can add. So it's a mixture of very little quantity of whole spices in water. You don't have to boil it, just simmer it, and I just leave them to soak in there, and you can have it as much as you want. You can add mint in it as well, cinnamon sticks, all of these. Not the black pepper or anything, but all these 3 and 4 things, and you can have as much as you want. You can store in the fridge as well. If any of these stuff doesn't suit you, you shouldn't take it then. And 10 minutes before bed, you can have cumin water. So you boil cumin and just strain the water, add lemon and honey in it, and you have just half cup before you go to bed, so your whole food will be digested. So I think this is also a very good option, very good way of living. It's just early dinners, you can call it. I think it's all in our head. If we think it's a fasting and then we think like, oh my god, we don't have to eat, and if you just say early dinners, that's what I feel it is, then it has a different kind of psychological effect. That's what I feel. So I think these kind of options are easier to adapt, easy to live with, because I have been doing it, and I think I feel much better than I did many years ago. And that's what I'm trying to spread. Just live happy, live easy, live stress-free, and just choose on options those are easy to adapt in your lifestyle, that you don't have to stress about. You don't need to, according to me, again, you don't need to calculate, you don't need to really stress on how much to take in quantities. It should be just easy, because you have to live with it. It's just not a crash diet. So that's all from me. Have a great day. I hope this was helpful, and I will come back again.